It's the 8th of April, 2017, and I would like to start with a shout out, because I forgot to do this last night. You guys know if someone's got good customer support or something like that, I will always give them a shout out just to say, you keep doing you because that's awesome. So my shout out is to CyberPower. They're the people that made my computer. Apparently it was supposed to come with some drive racks just in case I needed to insert extra drives into it, and it didn't. Once they verified everything and stuff, they didn't ask any more questions. They just said, okay, we're sending them your way. Man. I didn't have to jump through hoops, 20 questions, anything. They just said, no, you got a warranty. There you go. It's pretty freaking sweet. So yeah, shout out to them, because their customer service rocks. Now I have quite the task today. My big laptop here. The poor thing's on its last legs. And it's honestly way more powerful than I need for, well, up here now. The studio PC is taking care of all those needs, gaming and stuff like that. So I just need one that can browse around, do some basic stuff. So the old studio PC, the laptop that Mom had got me for that specific thing, I'm gonna use. That beeping in the background, by the way, was my alarm clock going off, because, well, my alarm clock's badly designed. The button to turn off the alarm permanently is about that big, and the snooze button is that big. Yeah. So most of the time when I go for the button that I think I hit, what I really did was hit the snooze button. So, yeah, happens sometimes. Anyway, back to the computer. I got to transfer all of my files over, and if I'm lucky, I can also be a smidge clever. If I set the file structure up properly, then that means that I will be able to just set my iTunes up the way it is, and all the playlists will be right where you expect them to be. That's a crossing of my fingers and hope it works sort of situation. We'll see. The other thing about going to this laptop is that my main laptop will be portable now, unlike that thing. And now for the long part where you just transfer all the files. Time to just let it churn. Whew. Speaking of churn, I need to get some breakfast. Stomach's churning. Eagle-eyed observers, by the way, will notice that I am indeed in the clothing that I was wearing yesterday. There's a good reason for that. I'm getting ready to get my lawn work accessories out. My hat, my gloves, my one flannel shirt. Because it's time for the first weed eat of the year. So, I didn't want to dirty up some clothing and just have to put some new ones on. It just seemed like a waste of clothing, you know. So, yeah. That's going to be done. At the moment. Currently, actually. So, here's my stuff. Gloves, which I have to wear because, weirdly, my palms are sensitive. It's one of those bizarre things. Like, if I have a vibration in there or anything, it's like, so, I have to deal with that. Oh, and my hat. This is because I sunburn, along with... yeah, I knew I couldn't do that one-handed. Give me a second. I really need to fix this thing, because I got so many hoodies and stuff layered on. Anyway, my flannel shirt. That'll take care of the pesky sunburn, because I don't know if you've looked at my skin complexion, but I think you can make some assumptions from it and be fairly correct. Side note, the computer's still grinding away at putting the files on it, and I love how computers make guesstimates based on the progress they're currently doing. So earlier it said 21 hours, now it's saying 1 hour, and Lord knows what it's going to predict later. So, yeah. Okay, I'm ready to go. I'm also trying this. I'm going to start using it at work, so might as well try it now and see how it goes. And allow me to introduce my weapon against the weeds that I will be weed eating. Nice and lightweight, but still freaking works. And I realized that was an unintentional pun because the brand name is Works with an X. Oh well, on to work. Woo! There we go. That's the workout I remember. Time for a freaking shower. There we go. Computer has downloaded the files. Now just a couple more pieces of software and it will be achieved. Figured out the advantage of this setup is whenever I casual game while catching up to podcast, all of it can go through my headphones. Pretty sweet. So yeah, I can play on the main screen, but watch the shows on the tablet. Nice. So I just played a game of Heroes of the Storm, even though this whole loot box thing is about to happen. It's still safe for me to be playing the brawls to gather me some coins. So, here's the thing. My desk has a fatal flaw when it comes to Heroes of the Storm matches. It's this. Okay, pretend my hand's on the mouse, because I can't show you all of this for obvious reasons. I gotta have one for the Snapchat holder. For a MOBA, you have to have your hands like this, in this positioning, in order to make the business happen. And then my hand over here has to be on the mouse, moving everything around as it is. And then there's this. If I'm going to control precise mouse movements, this part of my desk is not conducive to that. It's making me have to reach. So how do we fix that? Well, with a screwdriver. Wait, this won't do anything. Hold on. With a screwdriver. There. That's a bit more realistic, don't you think? Okay. Let's take care of this. There, I removed it. Now, the only way to properly give it a test is, of course, do the second thing, which luckily the Asmoduck event requires me to do too. Side note, I've never played Asmodan as a character before. I play other specialists. It's letting me understand why people like this character. You get into higher levels, the stuff those orbs can do.